Are you serious? Are you serious? Do you have a Bible? Do you have a cup of coffee? And get ready. I have current information relates to the peace talks between, of course, the discussions with Israel. Of course, Israel's trying to work out a peace agreement with the Palestinians, but really it's a covenant with many people. And incorporated in that, besides the building of the third temple, which I'm sure the Israeli government and the Jewish people want to do on Mount Moriah, adjacent to the Dome of the Rock on top of the mount, there is also another twist that's got to be dealt with, and that's Iran. Iran and its nuclear capabilities. Well, can I have some coffee? Benjamin Netanyahu is in Rome meeting with American Secretary of State John F. Kerry. That's a fresh pot of coffee just started just now. That is good. That's good. Now, here's what Netanyahu is saying. He has fear that an Iran compromise is in the works. A bad deal is worse than no deal if it leaves Iran with the capacity to produce nuclear weapons, says Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He warned U.S. Secretary of State John F. Kerry before the two met in Rome on yesterday, October 23rd, 2013. Quote, I think a partial deal that leaves Iran with these capabilities is a bad deal, says Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel. Their conversation was expected to focus in part on the perceived strategy and the difference between them and the regard to disarming Iran's nuclear weapons program. The meeting lasted for slightly over 7 hours and ended close to the press time. So the long meeting and its details we don't fully have, but we know they met, and we know a 7-hour meeting has to be intense. Folks, meanwhile, there was an earthquake yesterday in Israel. You say, well, so what? No, folks, listen. This 3.3 earthquake that hit Israel is the 7th earthquake in 7 days. 7 earthquakes in 7 days. I thought it was the 6th earthquake in 6 days, but I'm reading the report. Yet another earthquake. This time it was in Eilat, Israel. And Israel's unusual period of seismic activity continued with yet another small earthquake, this time a 3.3 on the Richter scale. This is the 7th such mini earthquake in 7 days. Are you serious? Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're living in the last days. Don't miss my show today at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Go to the live show page. Watch it. It starts in an hour, 12 noon Eastern to 3 p.m. 12 noon Eastern to 3 p.m. Don't miss it. We're going to talk about all of the current world events and how it relates to Bible prophecy and the Word of God. Or listen on your cell phone, 347-324-5208. That's 347-324-5208.